Shades Tube. Today is Friday.
Today is not Friday. The day is actually Tuesday, April the 11th, 2023. Y'all, welcome to Shades Tube. What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up with y'all? I had to be a couple minutes late, y'all, because I got home a little bit later, like always. But anyway, I'm here and thank you for tuning in. Y'all, don't forget to thumbs up this video if you like what you see. Also, don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you're not subscribed, and hit that bell notification to be informed of any upcoming videos. And welcome to all my new subbies, and thank you to all my day ones and my other subbies that's been with me for the longest. I appreciate each and every one of you guys. Thank you so much. All right, so tonight, guys, we're going to be talking about, is it good to be alone? Plus, we're going to have some updates on some recent news and some breaking news. Okay, hello to everybody in the bushes, and no one is in my chat yet, so we're just going to still go ahead and start off with the show because I'm kind of in a rush tonight. I got some things to do when I get done here, plus I have to get my son's schoolwork done, and I need to do something else as well. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and start off tonight. We're not going to be playing no games tonight. All right, y'all, no games. So let me go ahead and tackle this. Hey, Missy, how you doing? Let me go ahead and tackle this subject first, and then we will go over breaking news. I always like to do it different every single day, y'all, so y'all don't know what to really expect. You know what I'm saying? So we're going to go ahead and tackle this subject first. We're going to talk about, is it good to be alone? Okay, now, some people say it is good to be alone. Some people say it's not good to be alone. I beg to differ. I think it just depends on the individual and exactly what they are looking for within their own life. All right. But tonight I'm going to definitely be reading an article based on that and giving you the insights from that, as well as my own personal opinions regarding that. But before we do that, let me just go ahead and do the disclaimer. Let me put that up there real quick and see if I can do that. So anyway, let's see. Let's see how do you do that? Okay, so I have to take this off first, I think. Hold on, let me see. Let me add to the stream. All right. So here we go. Here we go, y'all. Okay, so let's go ahead and cover this. So and later on when I do the breaking news, I'm going to do the parental advisory thing, as I have a video. I don't know, I didn't watch the video yet, but I have a video to show you. I think two videos. One on the update for the Louisiana shooting, and then I have another video to show you guys. So we're going to be looking at that. So let me go ahead and go over this little topic first. Okay, let's see. Let me go ahead and go to it, y'all, because this will be like, I'd be like, what? I'd be like, what? Yes, I do. So how y'all guys doing? Did y'all have a good day today? Was your Tuesday good? Mine was pretty good. I went to work, obviously, ran some errands, had to go to the cardiologist to get my halter put on, and just was looking for some flowers and stuff at the stores and stuff, because I like, to make my place look more springy, like, springy type vibe up in here. And so I incorporated like a yellowish gold color in my living room with the gray, and then I want to put some more yellow cute little flowers there. I can't use real flowers, so I try to get faux flowers that look like they are real. Can't use the real flowers around cats because certain plants are poisonous, or either will make their stomach hurt really bad or get sick. So we always use faux plants unless I put a real plant in here, which I have to end up taking in my bathroom, closing the door and doing the most. So I usually just buy the faux plants. But yeah, so I'm incorporating like a goldish yellow color in my living room area and in my kitchen. Nothing in my dining room like that, but in the kitchen and the living room area I am. And then in my bedroom, changing stuff around as well. Hopefully we get a chance to move to this house. I don't know for sure yet. So even if we do, like I always tell people, and like I tell my kids, I don't really like to focus on things that I'm trying to do, because I know one thing: when you focus a lot on stuff you are trying to accomplish, a lot of times it just don't happen. So I don't like to focus on anything. I just not like that. I just like to take every day as it goes. Okay. And secure where I'm at and all that stuff. And then I always know that when you just don't get going overboard about stuff, things tend to work out like it should work out. And that's just on everything. And so that's the way I handle life. All right. So anyway, let me go ahead and go to this article right here. We're going to talk about this really, really not real quick. We really have like 30 minutes or so on it, because I'm looking at this timer right now. This clock, actually. Let's see. Let's see if I can find it right quick, y'all. Okay, let's see here. But yeah, I hope y'all did have a good day today. Beautiful day out here in Southern California. It was like 80 some degrees, like 83 degrees out here today. Pretty sunny and stuff. Just really refreshing. The air seems like it was better quality in blue sky. So that's always a plus. So I had a real good day today. I got this old crazy thing around me and stuff. I should show y'all what it look like. I'm gonna show y'all what it look like if I can show you without let me see. I don't know if I can show y'all what it look like without showing my, let me see, because I ain't gonna be showing my, let me see, y'all. I don't know if I can. Let me see if I can do this productively. No. It's this thing, right? See, that's what I got on me. That's a halter. It's one of the newest ones, y'all. It's a smaller one. And it's on right now. What it does is measure, I guess it makes sure that your heart is beating correctly, and throughout the day for a long period of time, at least 24 hours. So they're checking your heart, how it beats within that 24-hour time. And when you have hypertension, they need to do things like this: do the Holter, do echocardiogram, so they can look at your heart and all the things of your heart and things like that. And then they need to do a stress test and just check your lab work every so often and make sure everything is good. Because when you got hypertension, you definitely have to stay up on everything. You know what I'm saying? Point blank. Because having hypertension can do so many different things to different organs. Like it can enlarge your heart if you don't have the right type of medication, and it's not being and your hypertension is not being treated correctly, or if you don't know you have hypertension and you're walking around, you're not on any type of medication, you're trying to self-treat, you can also make your heart get enlarged from that, as well as other damages. You know what I'm saying? Along with other things that can make you get enlarged when you have hypertension. So it's just good to check out your heart in other organs when you have hypertension, like your liver, if you're taking hypertension medication and things like that. And so you have to stay up on it. Hey, Viola Adams, thank you for coming in. Okay, so yeah, I'm not gonna go into this medical stuff. I always do it every day. Every day. That's one of my favorite subjects. I should have been a doctor, because that's my favorite thing to talk about. And let me say this again, y'all. If you are younger, especially any younger kids that may be watching my video, because I do have all types of, I looked at my thing and it says that I have people like from 18 to 20 something watching this videos, as well as people between 20 something and 40, some between, I think it goes up to like 44, something like that. I can't remember. And then a few people 44 to 50 some, then a couple senior citizens, things like that. So I'm just telling you guys, the younger people, don't be scared to do the things that you want to do, as long as it's something safe, realistic, something you can attain, and things like that. Because I was scared to do a lot of stuff, like being in the medical field, because I was so shy. And yet all I talk about is medical stuff all the daggone time. I mean, it doesn't even matter. I'm just talking about it 24/7, just about. You know what I'm saying? And everything. When I go to the doctors, y'all, I already be knowing what I have. Y'all think I'm joking. Even when I was pregnant with all my babies, I knew everything. Okay. Even when I just went to the doctor about my labs, I knew how to read my labs. Okay. So that's crazy. I was telling the doctor already, and he knew that I knew what I was talking about. And that's why when I see my blood sugar, I knew better. You know what I'm saying? I knew better, and I told him that I knew better as well, because that's silly. So yeah, just don't be scared to do your stuff and live your dreams, because time will run out and you won't have a chance to do certain things. Point blank. You gave you all shy and stuff. Yeah, Bill. Don't be scared to do things and stuff, or scared about what other people may think, like I used to be. That's why I couldn't be a singer by myself, because I was too scared that people are going to be talking about me. They're going to be saying this, they're going to be saying that, just all types of weird stuff I used to think about. You know what I'm saying? So you can't do that because you would definitely not live some of the things that you want to do. You would miss out for being scared and too shy. I was super shy, y'all. Didn't want to, just scared to do every damn thing. It was smart in the medical field. Like what? I would have been a good ass doctor. You know what I'm saying? I'm telling you, people be calling me up, asking me about stuff, and I go up there and tell them what's wrong with them before they even get to the damn doctor. And like I told you before, I be knowing what's wrong with me and my kids before we go to the doctor. I remember my oldest daughter called me up talking about she thinks she's having a heart attack. And I thought about costochondritis. That's the first thing I thought about because I was like, I know good and well you're not having a heart attack. You know what I'm saying? And come to find out, that's exactly what she had, costochondritis. Okay? Which it does feel like a heart attack, but it's not a heart attack. You know what I'm saying? And if you ever experience it and you have those pains, you can actually tell the difference in when you're having pain in your on your rib cage and things like that versus it being your actual heart. You know what I'm saying? So, but anytime you do have chest pain, you need to go to the emergency room. You know what I'm saying? Especially if you're not used to costochondritis or never been diagnosed with that or anything. And even if you do have costochondritis, if your chest hurt like that, you need to just go to the emergency room just to be on the safe side because you never know. Okay, because costochondritis does mimic heart attacks. Okay, point blank. It's a scary experience. All right, so let's see what y'all saying over here. Okay, yeah, that's good. You got to go ahead and do what you need to do instead of being scared. Okay, as long as it's not dangerous or something that you really can't attain. You know what I'm saying? Something unrealistic. You can't go for that. But realistic stuff, you cannot let your nerves and being scared and being super super shy like I was, worry about what people are going to say. I mean, I used to dissect my entire body, be like, "Oh, my lips are too big. They're gonna be looking at my lips." Just all types of weird shit I used to say, y'all. You wouldn't believe it. And from time to time, I still do that. Okay, from time to time, because like when I be doing my TikTok videos, I'm telling you, I have to do them over and over and over and over again. And if I see something that don't look like it should look, I erase that video and do it again. Even when I take pictures, unless I'm just being silly, it's the same thing. This picture you see on the screen took me forever to do this picture. I'm not joking. I'm not even showing I got on a mask and I was tripping when I did this picture. You know, that's why I don't like take pictures. You know what I'm saying? Then everybody be like, "You're a nice looking lady." And I'd be like, okay, I still be like doing the most. You know what I'm saying? So we can't be scared. We can't be worried about what other people say and things like that. If you have to have confidence within. When you have confidence within, it reflects, and then other people will see that confidence. Okay, and then they will leave you alone, or either try to emulate you, or either just be a hater. And you can't really be looking at these haters, especially haters who do not give you constructive criticism. Okay, if somebody give you criticism and it's not constructive, it's not good criticism. You don't even really need to listen to it. You know what I'm saying? So just do what you need to do. Don't be scared to do it, and just live your life the way you should live it. You know what I'm saying? What works best for you. That's right. That's right. That's why I'm not Dr. Sharon. Okay, because of this right here. Exactly what you just said, Bill. Exactly. Okay. That's why I'm not a singer. I had my singing group, but I had to have 4 other girls with me. Okay, and stuff, and it was fully crap. At least 3 of them was. So, you know, it's a lot of stuff that we miss out on when we're scared. And then also you accept people that you shouldn't have in your life when you're so shy and things like that. You know what I'm saying? You just be weak in certain areas. Okay, so now I'm so glad that I'm not weak like that anymore, and I'm not as shy. I'm still shy, but not like I was before. All right, point blank. So you got to do what you need to do. All right. So now let's go ahead and get on with this subject right here. That's a whole nother topic on its own. Okay. So this is talking about people who like to be alone. I'm gonna keep it real with you guys. I actually love being alone, and I actually thought I was weird for saying that until I started researching this. Okay, I don't know. I think when people can feel great being alone, I think that's something. I think that's a real strength. I really do, because if you cannot have fun by yourself, if you cannot appreciate being by yourself, if you cannot be happy being by yourself, how can you appreciate being with someone else? How can you be happy with someone else? And how can you love somebody else? Okay. Throughout our lifetime, we're not going to always have somebody there with us. That's one thing. You know, even if you get married, anything can happen. You have a boyfriend, girlfriend, anything can happen. Kids, they get up and leave. Okay. So we have to start being more secure with being alone and learn how to do things with ourselves that bring on happiness. For a long time, I thought I had to go to the movies with someone. I thought I had to go out to eat with someone. I thought someone had to be around me. When I first met my soon-to-be ex, I didn't want him to go over on the road because I was scared to be by myself. You know what I'm saying? And then I had to get over that because I knew he needed to go out on the road and make way more money because just doing local truck driving is not enough for us. We can't live just getting $1,000 a week. You see what I'm saying? So he had to go on the road to make more higher paychecks and stuff. And so I started adapting to being alone, to doing stuff by myself. I thought that I could even run a household if he wasn't there. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm so used to him doing this and that, and then I do this. No, I learned how to do everything. You know what I'm saying? Check out the garbage, fix a couple things. I couldn't mow the grass, but I did other little stuff around the yard, which I always did. I ain't gonna lie. But I took care of the entire home and ran everything alone, including taking care of all my children. Okay, because he was on the road. So we as human beings need to learn and embrace being alone sometimes. You don't always have to have somebody with you. Now, granted, it is good to have a partner, okay, or a significant other. However, sometimes it doesn't work out like that, okay? Sometimes it doesn't work out like that. And there is nothing wrong with being alone, and no one is weird unless you are the type of individual that be alone and just don't never ever want to be around anyone else. You know, like a recluse and things like that. Just you don't want to be nowhere but in the house all the time. You don't want to talk to nobody. You don't want to be around nobody. You don't want to go out nowhere. You just want to be all the time by yourself. You just stay trapped up in your house and just don't go out or do anything. That's a different story. We're just talking about basically people who are just basically alone, single, or whatever you want to call it, or prefer to be alone. Okay, that's what we are covering tonight. Now, granted, even though I said it's a good thing, you still have some cons in that. And I am going to give you those cons as well as the pros tonight. All right. And I'm going to try not to tell you too many personal things about being alone, but I do have to incorporate that because the only person that I can really tell you about 100% regarding that subject is myself. Okay. I hate when people get online and make these videos and they talk about everybody else, but they don't talk about themselves like they know what everybody else is thinking. I don't know what you guys are thinking. All I know is what I'm thinking. You know what I'm saying? Why I like to be alone. Okay, let me give you a couple of reasons why I like to be alone in time. Like, for example, when I go to the movies, I like to be alone because I don't have to worry about treating no damn body else out. Okay, and I don't need to be hearing them talking to me and tripping out. And they ready to go and just doing the most. Okay, point blank. Just like when I go shopping, sometimes I like to go shopping by myself because again, I can look around the store as long as I want to. I don't want to hear nobody asking me to buy them something all the daggone time and messing up my flow when I'm shopping. You know what I'm saying? Just like I like to be at home alone sometime, not all the time, but just sometime. Okay, because then I can just do whatever I need to do, relax, chill out, just do whatever. You know what I'm saying? So, like I said, sometimes it's good for me to be alone. Okay, even like when I'm doing Uber. Sometimes I like my kids to come with me, but sometimes I like to be by myself because I can stop and go into whatever stores I want to. If I want to go get my eyebrows waxed, I can do it, or treat whatever you call that thing when they do the little thread. Or I can go sit in the car and be on my phone. I don't have to worry about somebody just being bored or anything. And I just sometimes like to be by myself when I'm doing Uber Eats because it's just more better for me at times. You know what I'm saying? That's on everything. Hey, Lola, thank you for coming in. So anyway, we're going to go ahead and read this real quick. It says, do you like to be alone? Do you feel more alive when you are at home doing something you enjoy than when you are with others? Okay. Y'all, don't worry. You're not the only one. In fact, I am just like that. This author of this story is, and a lot of other people are the same way. They love being at home by themselves sometimes. All right. So, have you ever wondered why you enjoy alone time as much as you do? Well, y'all know what? I've been wondering this about myself for a long time. So, to prove that I'm not weird for spending so much time alone, I started to research why this is, it might be the case. There are many people who like to be alone. Is that you? You tend to enjoy spending as much time on your own as possible. Y'all, hold on. Let me turn this music down a little bit more. I can hear it. It's messing me up. Let me turn it down a little bit more. Okay, there you go. Um, of course, you do have friends. It's not that you dislike people. You just like being alone. And y'all know what? There is nothing wrong with that. As a loner, you also tend to have a higher standard for friendships and relationships, but you just have less of a need for peer acceptance than most people. A lot of people who like to be alone do not care what other people think. And I'm going to be perfectly honest. That's just the way I am. I don't care what other people think about certain things. I just don't. And I was thinking about that the other day, and I was like, dang, I really don't be caring what people think about certain things for real. Because I know I used to care, but y'all, I really don't be caring now. You know what I'm saying? Unless it's somebody I'm dating or something like that, then I may care what they're thinking. But like strangers and even some relatives, I do not care. And that's on everything. Okay. So as a loner, a person who like to be alone. Now, I'm not talking about the weird type of loners who just don't, I told you about that before. I'm talking about normal people who just like to be alone, okay, a little bit. Hey, Truth Master Dre. Okay, how you doing? All right. Now, let me just tell y'all this before I start. If I see any trolls over here, I don't have to worry about my mods blocking them. I'm going to block you immediately. Okay, and that's on everything. Because here on my channel, I don't have time for foolishness. Just to let you guys know. Okay, so don't come over here with no foolishness and you'll be over here. If you do crazy stuff, you're going to get blocked. And that's on everything. And I'll be the one blocking you. Okay, so number one, a lot of people who like to be alone because they value time. Okay, and as a loner, we know that we know the importance of our time. Okay, I guess that's why I always do everything on a time limit. You know what I'm saying? Even when I start my live, I have a schedule all throughout the day that I follow. Even when I be here late, I'm still following a schedule because I already know that I am going to be late. You guys just don't be knowing. You know what I'm saying? And everything. So a lot of people who like to be alone, this is what we just do. Now let me read this article. It said, you respect and value time more than anything else. You are well aware that time is the most valuable asset to a successful life. All right. Um, you would do everything in your power to not be late. Now we know that's a lie. We know that's a lie for me now. Shit. I mean, if I have to be late, I got to be late. It depends on what it's for, though. You know what I'm saying? Like for a doctor's appointment, I try not to be late, an interview or something like that. And I try not to be late here, but if I'm working a job, that's gonna have to come first because I actually get paid. You know what I'm saying? That's totally different. Okay. It says never to waste someone else's time and would never allow someone to waste your time. You avoid fake behavior and cannot tolerate people that think you can be played with. Through your self awareness, you have developed a huge level of self respect. People who respect your time the way you respect theirs can expect one of the most incredible friendships imaginable. And I agree. Okay, you doing what I do. Wait a minute. Lord, you're doing what I do. I be writing this stuff. I'm driving, but I'm still here. Thank you, Lord. That's funny. Y'all feel free to connect to with some of these people in the chat that have pages and stuff, channels, and I'll be flashing them up here on the screen so you guys can check them out. Okay. So in regards to that one part I just read, a lot of people who do like to be alone, they do value their time. Okay. They don't like to be late. And like I said, for some of us who do still be late, like being late to our lives, it's for a valuable reason. Like, I have a job and then sometimes it goes over. So therefore I have to delay my live a little bit. But as far as just being late, no, we can't do that because we know, we have a lot of things to do. You know what I'm saying? And plus we respect your time the same way because we know you have a lot of things to do. Okay, point blank. And like they said, people who respect your time the way you respect theirs makes for the best people you want to deal with, whether it's an employer or a friend, a spouse, just anybody, it just shows that they, are more, they just value your time more. They're more respectful. Okay. Point blank. The next one is you are comfortable with your own thoughts. I'm sure we have all come across that person who can't stand to be alone with their own thoughts. I believe that people who like to spend time alone, particularly in the quiet, display a clear conscience and do not struggle with their inner thoughts. Of course, we can all have our down days, but you tend to be able to navigate yourself out of any slump. And you know what, y'all? This is so true with me. Okay. Um, I can be alone. Okay. And think about whatever I need to think about and handle certain situations. As a matter of fact, I actually think when you're alone and you, are going through things and you need to think about them, I just think you really just have a better time of trying to figure out what you need to do. You know what I'm saying? You can even talk to yourself, not carry on a conversation like you're crazy though, but you talk to yourself out loud about whatever you think you need to be doing, and I just think you can come out better off. Now, granted, if you are facing something that you need to talk to somebody about, then you definitely need to do that. You know what I'm saying? Because sometimes it's just better to have another person that you trust that you can talk to. But some of the time, you do have the times when you are going through something, you just want to deal with it alone, and you be able to handle it. When you're by yourself. You know what I'm saying? Just being quiet, maybe playing a little music in the background, or maybe not. And like I'll go in the bathroom, like when I take my showers at night or early in the morning when I'm getting ready. Sometimes I'll be in the bathroom just thinking about stuff or thinking about something I need to handle, and I get a clearer picture of how to do something then. Okay. So I think sometimes when you are going through stuff, it's good to be alone to think about it, and also that shows that you are comfortable with having your own thoughts and figuring out how to deal with them. Okay. Like they said, it shows a clear conscience. You don't struggle with your inner thoughts. A lot of people do struggle with their inner thoughts, and a lot of people do not have a clear conscience. And I think this is why a lot of people are so unhappy. And I'm talking about being unhappy within. In order to be happy within, you definitely need to know how to deal with certain things. Okay. And also, you have to have a clear conscience, and you have to know how to deal with your thoughts. Okay. Point blank. The next one, y'all, is self-aware. Many people choose to ignore their thoughts and emotions. People who like to be alone choose to embrace these feelings and become fully aware of them. Self-awareness is very important and difficult to achieve. As a loner, you know yourself better than anyone else, and this allows you to better understand those around you as well as understand yourself. Okay. Now, everyone has periods of depressive and discouraging thoughts, but you are able to navigate through them much more easily. Okay. And again, it's basically almost like the other one we were just talking about. When you're alone, again, you have time to think about stuff, to focus on stuff more better. Okay. If somebody is if you are the type of person that needs someone, people around you consistently all the day on time, how can you even have time to really think about stuff, to think about your life, things you need to do, or anything else? When you are alone, you can fully concentrate on things better. Okay. Like they said, you have more self-awareness. All right. You know yourself better. All right. When you are alone. Okay. Because you know what makes yourself happy. If you always got people around you, how can you really know that? Because you need people to make you happy. But when you are alone, you don't necessarily have to have people around you to be happy. You know what makes you happy. Okay. You know what makes you sad. Self-awareness, knowing about yourself, is something good to achieve. And a lot of people who suffer with a lot of different emotional things and um, just different type of mental things, a lot of them lack self-awareness. And some of them can't even be alone. They be alone because nobody wants to be around some of these people, but they really don't want to be alone, and they don't really know how to handle it. Okay. and they look at it as something bad when they're alone. Point blank. That's nothing. You can't look at being alone as a bad thing unless you are alone, like I described earlier, like those recluse and things like that. You just don't never go out. That's different. We're just talking about normal people who like to be by themselves, sometimes. Okay. There's nothing wrong with that. Okay. And like they say, everybody has times when they start having negative thoughts and things like that. Not one person on this earth, not one person on this earth, I can't even talk, y'all. Not one person on this earth can avoid having negative thoughts, because we all will have those. Okay, everybody will. But what we try to do is have more positive thoughts versus the negative thoughts. Point blank. The next one is extremely loyal. I hate saying that word. I'm gonna replace it with honest. Okay. People who enjoy spending time alone don't very often have a wide social circle. And if you do, you won't spend every night of the week with large groups lining up for the hottest club opening. And I agree with that. That is so true. You instead seek out meaningful and trustworthy friends with who they feel comfortable to welcome into their space, and share details of their life with. If you have a friend who likes to spend time alone, you can guarantee that this person will be there for you through thick and thin. And you know what, y'all? I agree. Um, People who like to be alone, a lot of them do have small circles. And like I said, like for myself, I don't really have that many friends, because like this article says, when I pick friends, I want to make sure that I'm picking friends that are very trustworthy. Okay. In this day and time, you cannot trust everybody. You tell people stuff as soon as they get mad, they broadcast it all over YouTube, all today, just everywhere. And that's not cool. You know what I'm saying? So for me, I do not want to have a whole bunch of friends. Okay. Point blank. I'd rather have a couple friends that I can actually trust, friends who won't be out there running their mouth telling people everything that I tell them. This is why I firmly believe in not telling people everything about yourself. Okay. I don't care what I read in books about that. I do not believe that no one should be telling nobody everything about them, because you cannot trust people. I mean, you have to really meet that one particular person that you really believe can be really trustworthy in order to be able to tell that person everything about you. Because so many people appear to be trustworthy, but as soon as something bad happens, or you break up, or you stop being friends, they start running their darn mouths. Okay. And those are not real friends. I'm going to tell you that straight up. And for me, I'm going to tell y'all straight up, I don't tell anything unless somebody start running their mouth about me. And then I am going to defend myself. And that's on everything. And y'all, when I say that's on everything, I mean that's on everything. You know what I'm saying? That's why I say it like that. So for me, I don't have a lot of friends. I choose that. I choose to do that on purpose. Okay. Because I can't trust everybody. Point blank. All right. And like this article says, you instead seek out meaningful and trustworthy friends with who they feel comfortable to welcome into the space and share details of their life with. If you have a friend who likes to spend time alone, you can guarantee that this person will be there for you through thick and thin. And that's another thing. This is why I only have a small amount of friends, because people be having all these friends, but as soon as they go through a situation, none of these friends are there to help. But yet they want you to be there if they go through a situation. I have friends right now, they can call me up and ask me for something, and I'll give them that. However, if I call them up, they don't be having a daggone thing. So those type of friends, I know what to do the next time. You know what I'm saying? I know exactly what to do the next time. Okay. Because I'm not a bank. Okay. And I'm not a 411. Okay. So if they can't be there for me, I know what to do the next time they call me and want me to be there for them. Okay, point blank. Those are not true friends anyway. And this is why my friend circle is very, it's like minute. Okay. And I mean that on everything. The next one, y'all, is level-headed. Loners are amazingly strong-willed when tough when tough situations arise. As a result of your frequent reflection and alone time, you have incredible focus and willpower. It's not to say that you don't get overwhelmed by stressful situations, but instead of getting caught up with distractions, you decide to spend some time alone and recharge. During this time, you devise solutions to your problems, and ways to cope. And that goes hand in hand back to the other thing, two points we made. Um, this is me all the way. Okay. People who like to be alone, a lot of them they are strong willed, okay? Especially when they're going through something that's tough. All right. And that's me 100%. Okay. Um, we don't give up easily, okay? We focus really well, okay? And we definitely have that willpower, okay? I remember like when I wanted to move to Cali. I've been wanting to move to Cali since I was like 16. I'm not gonna lie. My first boyfriend, who I was gonna marry and stuff, we were planning on relocating out to Cali, but we never did get a chance to do it because I had to break up with him. I told y'all that story anyway. Um, then I never took that out of my mind to come here. Okay, after all these years, even buying tickets to come here and then not going and losing my money and stuff, I never gave up. And I finally got out here in 2013. And I just told you guys I wanted to move out to Cali since I was 16. So that shows you right then and there that I never gave up. I still kept that willpower to get out here. And I can use that. I can use other examples too, just like even with raising my children, making sure that they be raised properly and become successful adults for the ones that are grown. I never gave up, with them. I told people, because I had my daughter at a very young age. I told you that before. I wasn't fast or anything, just dumb. And I had my daughter like at a very young age. That's why people think we're sisters and things like that. Same thing with my son. They think that's my brother, but I had him when I was grown, but I still was too young. But again, I had made up my mind, that I was going to raise my kids successfully, make sure they do good, go to college, have good careers, don't go to jail and things, don't be on drugs and all this stuff. I had willpower, okay? And I made sure with all my faith and everything else that was going to happen. And guess what? That's exactly what they are today. Because you have to have willpower. You have to focus. Just like with me being in college, I used to have to stop school, go back to school, stop school, go back to school, stop school, go back to school. I did it so many times. I never gave up, y'all. I kept on doing it. I kept on doing it until I accomplished my goals. And you know what my other goal is? To go back to school and get my master's. That's my other goal. I wanted to get a doctoral degree. Okay. So you can't give up on your dreams. You got to keep that willpower and keep on going at it. You know what I'm saying? Focus on what you want to do and do what you need to do. All right. And even when you get stressed out, you got to figure out how to relieve that stress. Okay. Take a break. What is it called? Rejuvenate. I guess that's what you call it. Rejuvenate or it regenerate. Let's see. Rejuvenate, re-energize yourself, if that's a word. Recharge is definitely a word because I'm looking at it right here. And get yourself back together. And then do what you need to do after you develop a workable plan. Go out there and do what you need to do and make it happen. When you got willpower, you got determination, drive, ambition, you got motivation, and you got that faith in the right source, you can do whatever you need to do in life. And that's on everything. And I'm using that right now with my candy eating, okay? Every single day I have to fight to not eat M&Ms. And y'all think I'm joking. I'm for real. It's like a damn drug. It is a drug. Sugar is a drug. So use that willpower. Let's see what everybody said in the comment section. Okay, strong people don't always conduct themselves like others do. They understand their priorities. That is so correct, Missy. And sometimes strong people are called mean, weird. They think they know everything and things like that. And, now some people do think they know everything, but, some people just don't. You know what I'm saying? They just know what's good for them. You know what I'm saying? Because of their experiences or even what they've seen other people go through. Point blank. Let's go ahead and read the next one. The next one is appreciate experiences more than material things in life. That's a good one. Okay. He said, I mentioned above that you have a deep and complex mind. Okay. And when you do, it can take a lot of time an effort to feed it and give it what it needs. You have probably found that you don't get a lot of pleasures out of material things, but a walk in the wood makes you feel alive and energized. I agree. Now, granted, though, I need to change a little things right there now. For me, I do find pleasure in certain material things, like purses. Okay, I'm not gonna lie. I find complete pleasure when I go to Coach or Michael Kors or any other store, even when I go to cheap stores to buy purses because I like purses. I get pleasure out of that. Just like when I go buy jewelry. Okay. Now that's weird, but I do. So part of this I agree with, one part that I don't. Okay. However, though, when he said a walk in the wood makes you feel alive and energized, he's right. Because when I go to that beach, like Malibu Beach, what's the other one? Malibu Beach that I really love. Um, what's the other one I told you guys? Lake Laguna Beach, Laguna Hills Beach, or whatever. That beach is absolutely gorgeous on those rocks. And when I go out there, it just completely um, energized me. The same thing with Oceanside. When I go up on that pier, it just it's something about that Pacific Ocean, the smell of that water out there when you don't when it's not funky. You know what I'm saying? It's just more refreshing. I think that's why I like Malibu the most because when I go to Malibu Beach, it really energizes me. Okay, it just makes me feel more alive, especially when it's sunny and the sun beams down on you. I'm telling you guys, I went to the beach out in Mississippi somewhere. Um, when we went to the casino, I had a migraine headache. When I went on that beach, my headache went away from the sun out there and from being on the beach. So yeah, walking out in the woods. That's why I like to go out to the woods. Okay, I do a couple of videos. I did a couple of videos in the wood for in the woods for TikTok. It's just a whole different feeling when you go out there. Okay. For me, it is. It's a whole different feeling when you go out to the woods. So if you are suffering from depression or if you're just sad or even anxiety, if you go out to the beach, if you have one, or if you go to the park, I'm talking about a pretty park. I'm not talking about like a ghetto looking park or something looking hot ass mess. A beautiful park. You know, you go to like a flower garden, you go out to like on the pier, or you go out into the woods, not the deep woods where you can get attacked by a damn lion or something else, something other than that, but just like a wooded area at the park. You go somewhere like that where it's safe, you just feel really more positive. You feeling real, I mean, you feel really more energized and more positive and just, I don't even know how to explain, just more alive, just like this article says, point blank. And it is better than going shopping. It's better than a lot of things, okay? But for me too, when I go buy purses, I'm not joking, okay, or jewelry, even perfume, I get a energized feeling then too. And that's on everything. Okay. In a more alive feeling. Not the same type of alive feeling like when I go to the beach and stuff like that, but I still get that good feeling. You know what I'm saying? It just makes me feel good, you know. And no, you don't go and buy something you can't afford because that's when you take that feeling and make it something negative. You go buy what you can afford. That's why I say it doesn't matter what type of purse it is. It can be a cheap purse. If it's cute and I like it, I still get the same feeling. All right. Now it says a new cell phone won't do that for you. You probably spend time learning, getting outside, and going on adventures with those you love. That's what a deep soul needs to thrive, right? And if you're a loner, though, if you go on these adventures by yourself too, you can feel love within. Now, if you got that one person you can share that experience with, or a couple people, that's even more of a benefit. But if you don't have these people, you can do this yourself. Just do it safe, and you can still have a really great, awesome time and a great feeling within. And that's what it's all about. Okay. Learning is always a good thing. That's why I tell you guys, it's always good to go to YouTube channels where you can learn stuff versus just hearing people argue back and forth, calling each other names and doing stupid stuff, and they be old as heck. Okay. You can do that sometime, but not all the time. Right. The next one is open-minded. Even though you like being alone, this doesn't make you rigid and closed-minded. On the contrary, you are extremely open-minded and are always up for new ideas and activities. You don't plan to spend your entire life in your bedroom and you do enjoy exploring and going on a new adventure. However, others need to make sure that they give you alone time before you go anywhere that involves a lot of people. Now, that right there may be for someone who really, really loves being alone and don't like to be around people that much. Okay. They may need that alone time before they go anywhere to get themselves together and ready for being out there around other people. I'm not that type of loner, so I can just go out there and be with a bunch of people. I just want to make sure that these people are not crazy and doing weird stuff and just, boring and just a hot ass mess. That's all, period. Okay. And let's see what they said about extremely open minded. Yeah, a lot of people who like to be alone, not everybody, but some that like to be alone. They do have a lot of new ideas and like to do different type of activities. Like myself, I always have, a lot of activities that I like to do. And I'm always thinking about something new to do, point blank. Okay, the next one is accepting emotions for what they are. Now, this could be a very strong reason why you enjoy spending time alone, compared to spending time with a lot of other people. Okay, what? Yeah, do let's see. I don't know which one to say, Lord. Let's see. Do I don't know, Family Feud. Do that one tonight, okay? What you think, Missy? Okay, so So it says many people fight against their negative emotions because they believe that it is the best way to deal with them. Okay. That is why they struggle to spend time alone. But you know that it's useless to fight against your own negative emotions. It will only make things worse. Instead, you accept them for what they are. Okay. This is largely down to the fact that you also accept yourself in your personality. And therefore, you have an easier time accepting all the emotions that come your way. Actually, one of the signs of a lone wolf personality is accepting who you are and how you feel. If you think you are a lone wolf, then you might relate to the below video, which I'm not going to be showing y'all this video, okay? But anyway, let me just tackle this part right here. Fight against their negative emotions. Okay. Well, as a person who like to be alone, I don't fight against my negative emotions. For me, y'all, I'm gonna keep it real with you. Um, I look at it depends on what those negative emotions are about. Okay. Um, if it's like a negative emotions about a person, it just depends on the situation. I don't fight against it, but sometimes if I don't believe certain emotions, I'll look for the positives in it. And if I do believe the negative emotions, I'll just be done with it. Point blank. Okay, I'll just be done. And some things I don't accept them for what they are. Okay. Point blank. That's why I said some things in this article I may agree with, and some I might not agree with. All right. Now, I still accept my own personality and all the other stuff that this article is saying, but at the same time, like I just said, it just depends on what the negative emotions are, and that's just on everything. Okay, and yes, sometimes if you fight against your own negative emotions, it can make things worse. But I honestly believe sometimes it doesn't. It just depends on the situation, and that's just what I think. Let's see what else they said. And yeah, of course, you got to accept who you are and how you feel. And that's one good thing about people who value being alone. A lot of people like that do accept who they are and how they feel. Point blank. Let me see what Missy's saying right here. People that are bitter and negative need to look within and remember that karma is real. I agree. I agree with you, Missy, regarding that. Yeah, yeah, I don't know. I don't know why some people just walk around being bitter and negative all the time. You got, you know what? You got some loners that are like this. That's why I said I can't agree with everything that I read here because some loners are bitter and negative. Okay. And all they do is bring a lot of negativity. They will even tell you they are alone because of negative reasons. So it just all depends on the person. Next is clear boundaries. All right. People who like to be alone always have healthy boundaries. Again, I'm gonna have to say that's not true for everybody who like to be alone. All right. Some people don't. Some people don't. And the reason why I'm saying this is because I do know some people who be alone, and to me, they don't have clear boundaries. All right. It's just not healthy. All right. Point blank. They don't even understand themselves or anything else. Okay, but anyway, let me read this. It says, you understand yourself perfectly, you have strong values, you never feel alone, you know that you always have yourself, you respect your boundaries and will let others know if they are about to cross them. After all, if you can't be faithful to yourself, you cannot be faithful to anyone. And you know what? This right here says a lot because, you know, when I be telling you about people who like to cheat, and I said it has to be within to not be a cheater. The one reason why I'm not a cheater, y'all, is because I do have clear boundaries, okay? And I don't overstep those boundaries. And I wouldn't say it's necessarily because I like to be alone. It's just the way I am. You know what I'm saying? Um, but getting back to this article right here where it says that having strong values, I definitely have that. And I don't never feel alone. And it's not because I have kids. Even when I'm by myself, I don't feel alone. Now, for people who don't believe in God, this may not apply to you. But for those of us who do believe in God, the reason why I don't ever feel alone is because I know God is always there. Okay. He's always there. So therefore, there with me. So therefore, I never feel alone. And that's on everything. And this article said, you know, you always have yourself. And I definitely know that I always have myself, you know, and a lot of other people who enjoy being alone, they also know they have themselves more than they have anybody else. And they definitely do not let anyone overstep. They never let anyone go against their boundaries. Okay. And they respect their boundaries and they also respect other people's. All right. And one clear thing is that a lot of people like to be alone. They are faithful to themselves. Okay. And it can show. It shows, I mean, it shows through everything they do. I can use myself as an example for this again. I'm faithful to myself because this is why certain things I don't engage in, no matter who does it. Okay. When I was younger, I would hang around people who smoke weed, get do other things, get drunk or whatever. Okay. And I chose not to do any of these. Even when I had my singing group, some of the girls in my group clearly was getting high. I don't know what else they did, but I know a lot of them, a couple of them was doing the most with rappers and stuff. Y'all, they knew I was totally different than the other two girls in my group. Me and Nicole, we were totally different. I think it was four of us than the other two girls in my group. Okay, because the other two was doing every damn thing. Me and Nicole, I was like, get that. But I didn't even do what Nicole did because Nicole did mess around with a rapper. Okay, I didn't do none of that because my boundaries was totally different and they were set. Okay, and it was healthy boundaries. I knew not to do certain things, and nobody could change my mind. I'm still like that today. This is why I don't indulge in certain things, and I just don't do it. I don't care what you do or who. I can hang with somebody to do certain things, and I'm not going to do it. Point blank. People that are building are gonna. Okay, let's see facts. I heard that. Okay, let's see. And like they said, if you can't be faithful to yourself, how can you be faithful to anyone else? And that's on everything. And I know y'all tired of hearing me say that, but it is on everything. Okay. Okay. If you cannot be faithful to yourself, how can you be faithful to anyone else? And that's on everything. That's why so many people cheat. The next one is you don't seek attention. Let's see how many they got here. They got a lot. Okay, wait. All right. You're the opposite of someone that craves attention through their looks or status. You can't understand why some people want to be famous for something that's superficial, fleeting, and meaningless. You rather be recognized for your complexity and depth. In fact, that's why you take the time to get to know someone. You know, there's so much to a person than what appears to be on the surface. Okay. And that's on everything, y'all. A lot of people do, they do things to seek others' attention. Now, I've been accused of doing things to seek people attention, but it's not true. It's just that when you deal with people who may be a little, who may lack some real good self-esteem, they start making up things, you know what I'm saying, and thinking you're doing certain things when you're not. But a lot of people they do things to seek others' attention, and they crave that attention. That's why they do certain things. You know, you got a lot of them on your social media. They would do anything and everything on social media just to get someone to notice them. This is why you got a lot of chicks and some men too, especially on TikTok. They basically take off their clothing because they want attention. They can't get up on TikTok and just wear regular clothing and act normal. They got to do some sexual dances, for real sexual dances, with bikinis on, or the men have their shirts off, and damn, they be doing the most. Okay, I'm not gonna lie, just to get attention. You know what I'm saying? And that's not good. Okay, it is not good. Okay, people who like to be alone, at least some, they know that looks and all this other stuff wears off. You got to have something within that attracts people, that grabs people attention, because that stuff that's within don't go away. But like your looks will change, your clothing can change, your body can change, all of that can change. And if that's the only thing you're using to attract attention, you're going to be really sadly woken up as you start aging, especially if you don't take care of yourself properly. Hey, Ben Walker, because for women, breasts don't stay the same, booties don't stay the same, legs don't stay the same, tummies don't stay the same, face don't stay the same. Men, your pectoral muscles don't stay the same, your gluteus maximus don't stay the same. You know, the muscle, the glutes don't stay the same. Your flabby arms, you know, these what's this called up here, the top part of your arm? I forgot what it's called, but the top part of your arm, it doesn't stay the same. Okay, your face does not stay the same. You get wrinkles, you get lines in your face, everything. So if you don't have nothing but the outside to attract people or to attract attention, you're messed up. Because when you start losing all that, what are you going to do? And see, a lot of people who enjoy being alone, we know that what we have on the inside counts more than what you see on the outside. Now, granted, we want to look good. At least some of us do. But we don't place everything on our looks. Okay, regardless of what people may think. You know, getting off the subject real quick. I know, like for me, I'm going to use myself as an example. Like, okay, I like to take care of myself, okay? I'm not going to lie. I believe in aging gracefully, looking good while aging. I don't believe in stuff flabbing all over the world and you just looking old as hell and things like that when you're only 50 or 40 or even 60. I believe everybody should be able to age in a pretty good way. I really do believe this, okay? I don't believe we have to walk around being sick. I don't even believe you should be aching when you get up out of the bed at 40 something or 50 something. I just don't believe this. This is what the media tells you, okay? It doesn't mean it has to be true. If people take the time out to do the proper things to reduce all of this, you would be able to get up out of the bed at 50 just like you did at 20 something or 30, okay? See, the reason why a lot of people do have all these little illnesses and they be stiff and shit is because they don't do the things that it takes to avoid this. And they listen to society tell you, oh, when you get 45, you're going to start aching. When you get 50, you ain't going to be able to get out the bed, or you're old. This is why I hate when I hear people call people old, because y'all don't know what old is. shit, I met some old people. You know what I'm saying? And some of these, I met this lady who was like 70 years old. I'm not gonna lie. I thought the lady was like 40 something. Okay, I'll never forget her, a black lady. I'm up here like telling her, I know I'm just talking to her like a regular person, thinking she's way younger. And I mean, her hair looked good, her body looked good, her weight was perfect, just everything. And I was like, damn, girl, I'm not even bisexual or anything. And I'm like, damn, you look good as hell. That's what I told her. And she was laughing. And I was like, you couldn't be no more than like 42 years old. This lady told me she was 67 years old. I was like, what? She said she was 67. I was like, girl, you look better than me. Her stomach was flat as hell. And she had a bunch of kids. She told me she was going out to hang with her girls. Okay, her hair was healthy. Her nails was hers. They was healthy. Her body all was on point. Nothing artificial. No fake asses, no fake chest, no nothing. I gave her a 15 because I was like, if I was a man, and I was single, I would have been like giving her my phone number. Okay, because I can believe how good she looked. I'm not lying. I have only seen 2 other people that look as good as she looked. And still she outlooked those other 2. One was this white dude that I saw. I had to turn back around and look at him again and again and again. And that's the first time I ever did that with a guy, because I cannot believe this older dude looked this damn good. His body, everything. He stood, correct posture, good skin, everything. Then I met this white lady who was somewhat similar. Okay, except in her face, she looked a little bit older, but her body was immaculate and she didn't have no type of surgery. So when you age, because I talk to all these people except the man, when you're aging, it's up to you to make sure, or try to make sure, that you're going to age the best way that you can. And I do not buy into a society tell everybody that you got to age looking a hot ass mess and feeling one. Okay, a lot of people thought I didn't tell people my age, because I am embarrassed of it. No, I don't tell nobody my age because the fuck I don't want to. Because people always have what is that word I'm looking for? They always have, I can't even think of the word I'm looking for, but I think you may know. They always have a stigma, I guess, about people as they age. And all this shit don't apply to everybody, okay? It does not apply to everybody. Just because your ass at 50 something is aching, it doesn't mean that I am. Just because you can't get out of the bed, it doesn't mean that I can't. Okay, I can get out of the bed without aching. Okay, just because you can't stoop down to the floor and get back up without touching or holding on something, I can. Okay, just because your ass is unhealthy as hell, I'm not. I'm healthy. Okay, I had hypertension. I developed hypertension in my late 20s and developed it full blown when I got 30 something, 31. Okay, so I've been living with hypertension for a long time, and y'all probably didn't even know that. I developed that when I was younger, based on me working all the damn time and never getting any sleep, and then screaming and hollering at the top of my damn voice like a psycho with this idiot dude that I was dating. So that's how I got hypertension. Okay, it was already hereditary, but me doing the things that I was doing and getting stressed out from stuff, that's what made it come on, point blank. So again, I don't like to be in that same, people making assumptions when they don't know what the hell they're talking about. Just because you went through certain things don't mean that I'm going through it. Point blank. Just like menopause. Yeah, it's the main thing that most women go through menopause at a certain age, but it doesn't mean that everybody does, and it doesn't mean that everybody go through the same symptoms, and that's on everything. So y'all need to cut all that generalization shit out, because everything don't apply to everybody. All right. So that's reasons why I don't go out saying my age, because it's not none of your fucking business. The first thing. That's the first thing. People talk too much. We need to learn how to keep certain things to ourselves. Okay. And secondly, I don't like all this shit that they put with age. All right. Even when I was younger, I didn't tell people my age. All right. I never told nobody how many kids I have or anything else, because it's not none of their damn business. And that's on everything. Learn how to keep some knowledge to yourself. That way, people don't have nothing to talk about in a negative way, okay, when they get mad at you. Especially people on social media and places like that. Learn how to keep your damn mouth closed, and that's on everything. You only tell people what you want them to know. Don't tell them what you don't want them to know. Because if they see some shit, they doxing you and shit like that, it doesn't mean that shit is true. Stuff they get off of the internet. Even when you do those background checks, everything in those background checks is not 100% true all the time. Also, I'm going to tell y'all straight up, sometimes they mix other people's information up with yours, especially if you share the same name. Okay? The only way you can get a true background check if you actually do the real one. Okay? And everybody can't do that one. And that's on everything. Now, let me see what y'all talking about right here. Right. Being only you can take care of yourself. Yeah, right, Missy, it does, but all the time changing your body is sometimes it's for the best. When I had children, my children actually made my body look better. Before I had children, I didn't have no fucking shape. I was straight like a damn beanstalk. Okay, let me stop. Like a bean stick. Okay, no real breasts, no real hips, no butt, no nothing. When I had my child, actually when I had the first child, I still was skinny as hell. The second one too, but when I had my other daughter, that's when I started developing hips, more chest, a butt, and I loved it. So sometimes babies can do the body good. You know what I'm saying? Because when I had my other baby, hell, my ass was looking like shit. My ass was like what? You know what I'm saying? I mean, the butt was looking good, the hips was like right, the chest was right, everything was good. I just got better. With every baby, I just got better. So sometimes having babies can change your body for the best. All right. Even when I had my children, after I had my kids, I went right now in one day back down to my actual size because I was all baby when I was pregnant. Okay. I can show y'all the pregnancy. I will show y'all that picture in a minute. But yeah, I just went right back down to my size. Like I went up to like 196 pounds as soon as when I had my babies, I was right back down at 140 some pounds. And when I had my third child, because I used to be really thin, I was happy, y'all, that I was left at 128 pounds. I'm going to be perfectly honest because my ass used to be super little. You know, when I had my other child, I was down I went back down to 128 and I was so happy. I couldn't believe it because I used to take my weight every single damn day just about because I was trying to gain pounds. I didn't like being super thin because I didn't have anything. You know what I'm saying? You know, black men like some meat. You know what I'm saying? I didn't have shit. So when I had children, my children did my body great. So yeah, having babies can change your body, but sometimes that change is for the best. Just like breastfeeding. People always say negative shit about breastfeeding. I've breastfed all of my babies, and my breasts still look good. You just got to take care of yourself. You got to take care of yourself and do exercises and stretching and use the right type of stuff on your skin and things like that. Okay, and you massage your chest. Okay, you massage your chest so they won't be looking at all the hot mess, especially as you start getting older. You massage your chest, especially if you're single or whatever the case is. You massage them and stuff because you ain't got nobody touching on them and stuff. So you got the massage. No freaky shit. You're going to give yourself a massage. You know what I'm saying? And as a matter of fact, you massage your whole body because it keeps you more energetic, vibrant, and keep everything more youthful and supple and things like that. Point blank, allegedly. Y'all, let's see. Okay, so some people are just full of hate. You're right, Missy. Right. Anybody can have illnesses and diseases. But what I'm saying is that you don't have to age being sick because that's what society tells you, okay? Or having diseases. Yeah, some things you will get. Well, you may get, because I know the lady I used to help with her annoying ass who tried to use me. She didn't have anything wrong with her annoying ass, okay? She's a little off. That's it. No health problems, though, as far as just being a little off and stuff. And being a hot ass mess. That was just it. And she looked good because she was 80 some years old and didn't look like she was 80 something. That's good, Lola. I'm glad you made it back safe. You must have went to get some snacks. Oh, I know you didn't. I'm just telling everybody you don't have to look a hot mess when you have kids. Right. Okay. Because, you know, a lot of people do think when you have children, you be looking a hot mess, but that's not true. You know, like I said, when I had my children, I could still wear a two-piece. All right. And to this day, I can still put on a two-piece. All right. So let's go ahead and go to the next one. Okay. Here we go. Awareness of weaknesses and strengths. You are more than aware of what your strengths and your weaknesses are. However, you know that there is always room to improve no matter how good you think you are doing. While aware of these imperfections, you still hold your head high to show others that it is okay to be confident in yourself. And I agree. A lot of people like to be alone. They do know their weaknesses and strengths, and they do know that they are not perfect, and they still hold their head high and have confidence in themselves. Okay, they got to have confidence in themselves in order to be alone, and be happy being alone. The next one is can't stand insensitivity or ignorance. Let's see. You always take a step back and observe situations before making judgments. So when someone makes instant, simplistic judgments of other people, it irks you to the core. You know that everything isn't black or white. People always have reasons to do what they do. You put time into your thoughts about issues and situations. You are well considered and have learned to think for yourself. In a world of Google and algorithm, wait a minute, what the hell did I just say? Algorithm, okay, news feeds that feed your exaggerated and biased headlines, you know that thinking for yourself is one of the most important qualities one can have. And that's true. Okay, you know what, y'all? It's just like with diction. Okay, diction has never been like a strong point for me because certain words I'll say it like in I'm not gonna say what I was going to say because somebody may get mad, but certain words I'll say it in a different way. Okay, I'm gonna just put it like that, but it don't be correct. And I always notice that, and that's why you always hear me trying to correct myself, or either I'll just use other words. See, I know my weaknesses, and I'm not even embarrassed of it. Okay, because at least I have enough intelligence to know what words I can use in place of the ones that I was trying to say. Also, I have enough intelligence to know when I said a word incorrectly. No one is perfect, like I said before. Everyone have their own flaws. Okay. And one thing being alone has taught me is just what I just said. No one is perfect. Everyone have their own flaws. Okay. Everybody has pros and cons. All right. Some people are very good public speakers, while some aren't. Okay, point blank, and that's just on everything. So we do have to know this, and a lot of people who like to be alone, they do know these things. They know their weaknesses. They know their strengths. They definitely observe situations and people before they go into quick judgments. Okay, point blank. They take their time, okay, and they think things through. The next one is very empathetic, all right? You tend to be among the most empathetic people in the entire world. You are able to feel and sympathize with others on the same level as they are on. Feeling everyone else's sorrows and despairs is a very intense curse. But since you are so empathetic, it is easy for you to find the bright side in almost any negative situation. You would rather find a solution to whatever conflict is making someone upset. And I agree. But you also, people who like to be alone, we also know when to step back. Okay, we also know that. All right. The next one is guided by intuition. Your intuition is your constant guide. Y'all always hear me talk about my intuition. I always do what my intuition say do. I tell you that all the time. Your intuition is your constant guide, leading you to the next best thing that awaits you on your journey through life. There's a lot that can be said about you and your gut instincts when it comes to making tough decisions. You don't get scared easily because you know that your intuition will lead you somewhere just as amazing as the last adventure you had. And I agree with this 100%, period. Because a lot of times I definitely am guided by my intuition. And when I don't listen to it, a lot of times things go a different way, point blank, you know. The next one is you don't enjoy getting too close to people. It's a big ask for you to get emotionally close to others, and I agree. You've been hurt in the past when you have gotten close to others, and that is why you don't take getting close to someone else lightly. While you enjoy getting to know others for who they are and what makes them tick, you are not as willing to reveal personal details about yourself. And y'all, that's me 100%. It doesn't mean that you never get close to others. It just takes you more time to trust someone to get close to. And that's on everything, because you cannot, at least I cannot, trust people like that. You know what I'm saying? Because they be doing the most. And that's why I keep a lot of things to myself. I only tell people what I want them to know. And that's on everything. The next one is never codependent. There is never a time in your life where you feel as if you need to depend on someone else for anything at all. Even if you are in a relationship with someone, you still prefer to be your own person and prefer to do things your way. Being dependent on someone else for trivial needs is something you try to avoid. You will go through great lengths to show others how capable you are being on your own. Again, I agree with that 100%. That is definitely me. And this is why I think it's a hard time if I meet a dude or something, because my ass cannot be dependent on nobody but myself. You know what I'm saying? I just can't. You know what I'm saying? I just can't, because people let you down. They be lying, perpetrating, doing the most. I hate people who tell me they're going to do something right and then they don't do it. It almost pisses me off. Excuse my language. It really does. I don't even understand why people do this. If you're not going to do something, then don't tell me you're going to do it. Just don't say anything. It's like, okay, for example, let me give you guys an example. It's like, okay, say I'm on the phone talking to somebody, a friend or something, and I'm telling them that I need to go get my car fixed. And they like, okay, I'm gonna help you get it. I'll help you get your car fixed. What you need. And then when time comes, they don't say shit about it or they don't do it. I'm like, why did you even say anything? Why did you even say that you were going to do anything? When I told you my car needs to be done and I don't have the money and I need the money, if you can't do anything, just say, I'm sorry to hear that. I wish I could help, and leave it at that. Don't tell somebody you can do something and then don't do it. But yet, if you get in this situation, you expect for me to do exactly what I said that I'm going to do. So this is why I don't depend on anybody. It's only one, besides God, there's only one other person that I actually depend on. And that's my soon to be ex. I'm gonna be perfectly honest with you guys. Because one thing I can say about him is that if he say he's gonna do something for me, he does it. And if he can't do something, he don't lie and say he will do it. He'll tell me straight up, I can't do it. Or I'm not going to do it for whatever reason. I used to didn't like that about him, but as we was started being together, for more and more years or whatever the case is, I started liking that about him, because I was like, damn, at least I know what's up. When you got a person who tell you they're going to do something and they don't do it, you don't know what the hell to expect from this person. You can't even really trust this type of person, because they'll tell you they're going to help you with something or take out the garbage or do whatever else, and they don't do it. You can't even depend on them. You leave their ass at home while you go out of town. They telling you that they're going to take care of everything at the house. You out of town doing whatever you need to do. You come back and nothing is taken care of. You can't take care of, you can't deal with this type of person. You can't even have faith in this type of person. You can't even depend on a person like that. So that's why I don't depend on no one other than myself and my soon to be ex. And of course, God. And that's it. The next one is don't gossip or engage in drama. Now, this I'm not going to agree with 100%, because I do know some people who like to be alone that do gossip, and some do engage in some drama and then play that role like because they're alone, they don't do all this stuff. All right. So it just depends on the person. Now, it says gossiping, talking about people behind their back, one upping people to make yourself look better. That's just not your style. In your mind, people spend way too much time on these toxic behaviors. It's just wasted energy for you. It doesn't even make you feel good. You prefer to focus on yourself while keeping the peace with everyone else. Now, of course, you stand up for yourself and others if you need to, but this is different. In the end, gossiping about who did what, who insulted you, who and why so is a bad person only serves to make others feel bad. And that is the last thing you want to do. I agree with this, like I said, somewhat. Okay. Um, I always say, spending time talking about people, gossiping, to me is a waste of damn energy. All right. And it shows that you are a hot mess and something is going on in that mind. Because who in the hell have time all day to be gossiping about others and starting mess? Who has that time and energy? Certainly not a grown up who may have to work, take care of family, just do grown up things. Why do you have so much time to gossip and talk about each other? That's crazy to me. Who does this? Now, I said I agree with this 80%. Okay, the other 20%, I know human nature will allow people, regardless if they are alone or not, to gossip. I think everybody gossip at one time or another. Okay, and I also believe that people do talk about other people at one time or another. However, when you go overboard with these type of things, that's where the problem arrives. Okay, or when you do it where it's hurting other people. Okay, point blank. That's a whole nother show, so we're not going to get into that any further. Okay, let's go ahead and go to the next one. Filled with kindness and compassion. You love to demonstrate the meaning of compassion as well as kindness to others so that they can understand that spreading love is a necessary piece of your existence. It makes you feel good to show others just how passionate you are with the things you love to do most, as well as being with the people that you love most. This is one of the best qualities to a personality that not everyone gets to witness. And I agree. Okay. Oh, God. The next one is extremely courageous. You are a person who exudes confidence, and that confidence makes you extremely desirable to everyone else. There is a certain glow about your personality that brings out the best in others. They look up to your courage with inspiration in their eyes. This goes hand in hand with you being one of the best role models because of how courageous you really are. There isn't a single challenge or adversity that you would not face. All right. So, a lot of people who like to be alone, not everybody, but a lot of people who like to be alone, some of these people are definitely extremely courageous, and it shows. The next one is you are emotionally independent. Again, a lot of loners are emotionally independent. Some are not, though. It just depends on the type of loner you are. You don't have a strong desire to be around people all the time. You also don't rely on people to give you validation and make you feel better. You are your own source of happiness. You also consider yourself a balanced person. Your highs aren't as high as other people, and your lows aren't as low. Okay. You also, let's see, where am I? You allow yourself to deal with your own emotional problems. You don't search for outside help. Now, granted, right there, um, it depends on the type of emotional problems you have. All right. If there are minor emotional problems, you may can deal with it yourself. But if it's like big emotional problems, I don't think it's a smart thing just to try to handle that by yourself. I think you do try to get other people to help you out with that. Okay. It says this makes you feel comfortable and secure when you're spending time alone because you're not relying on anything or anyone else for your own happiness. All right. The next one is self loving. Even with the bad times in your life, you still find a way to love yourself no matter what happens to you. Of course, you know that there will be times where you aren't as perfect or ready or experienced yet to do some of the things you really like to. You still love every piece of you, though. There will always be room to improve, and that means that you're going to work really hard for that success. You are an extremely unique individual if you possess any of these special personality traits. Okay. And though there are many other great qualities in people who like to be alone, these ones stand out the most when others are looking for a genuine personality. Okay, so do you like to be alone? And there's nothing wrong with it. All right, and that came from, guys, that came from Amazing Qualities of People Who Like to Be Alone. All right, Newsbreak. All right, so let me give you a couple cons of being alone real quick, and then I'm gonna tell you a couple news thing, and that's gonna be it. All right. Let's see. Let me go ahead. Wait, y'all. And I had to go quicker through the other ones because we'll be here all night. Y'all know I can talk. Okay, let's go ahead. Some cons of being alone, a loner. Wait a minute, y'all. I told you I was watching this time tonight, so that's why I had to do that like that, because you can talk about this stuff for the longest. Okay, so here are some cons of being alone. So one thing they said, lonely. Oh, let me see something. Wait a minute. Being alone, like a weird person who like to be alone and just be, just ridiculous. It can decrease your lifespan. Okay. Let's see some other things. Shit all over my phone, y'all. Wait a minute. Okay, let's see. I'm only going to give you a couple. Here you go, right here. Let's see. We need to look at the cons. All right. Oh man. Another one is social awkwardness. They start. A lot of people get anxiety when they're a loner. Because they're not used to being around a lot of people or people, as a whole. I don't even know what this is. Number 2 is the echo chamber. Let's see. They said echo chambers inhibit self-growth because they ignore challenge, leading to arrogance and narcissism. Okay. So I'm just telling you some of the cons of it. Like, not when I'm talking about being alone, I'm not talking about somebody. I'm talking this right here. I'm talking about somebody who likes to be alone just all the damn time, just don't really like to be around nobody ever. That's what I'm talking about. And just kind of weird. Let's see. The next one, of course, is having a lot of loneliness, being very lonely within. And those are the 3. So the 3 are social awkwardness. Okay, I know I said that word wrong. The echo chamber and just being lonely. Those are some of the cons of being alone. And you can pretty much, if you know what loneliness is, you know what that means. I'm not going to go through it because I need to go ahead and do news break. The echo chamber, I just told you this. It means not having self-growth. Okay. Because these type of people ignore challenges, leading to arrogance and some people narcissism. All right. The next one is social awkwardness. Just not knowing how to communicate around people or feeling comfortable around a lot of people or people in general. And always probably lacking social skills and not knowing how to deal with people. Those are some of the cons of being a loner. If you are that type of loner where you never be around people, you just stay in your house all the day, on time, all secluded by yourself, and just don't really have no type of social interaction with others. Okay, period. That's where you come into the cons. Okay, even when you are a loner, just a regular loner who just like to spend time by themselves at times, prefer to do things alone. At times, you can be lonely. You know what I'm saying? It just depends. Okay, it just depends on the person. Okay, but like I said before, for the basic person who likes to be alone because it's uplifting, they enjoy themselves, they enjoy that long time, and they do have people around them at times, but occasionally or a lot of times they like to be alone. Those type of people are okay. when we start talking about these cons, we are talking about people who basically just like to be alone all the daggone time and just don't like to be around people, don't really do anything outside and just stay at home all the daggone time. You know, that's a different type of loner, point blank. Okay. So all in all, guys, it's perfectly fine to want to be alone, to be able to do things with yourself, to be able to love yourself, have fun with yourself, to relax with yourself, and things like that. The only time it start getting weird is if you never want to be around other people, okay? Because then you can't grow, okay? Then you can't even um, have good social skills or anything, point blank. All right. So I hope you guys learned something about this right here, being a loner. Um, and if you want to learn anything more about it, you can go to Google and type it into the search thing. And there they have a lot of articles on that subject, as well as a lot of books. All right. All right. So now we're going to move on to news break, y'all. And then we're going to get out of here. Okay. I got to do this real quick because the time is running out. All right. So let me hurry up. I probably won't be able to go over all the articles, but we will go over some of them. All right. And then the ones that I don't be able to go over, I'll tell you about it tomorrow. All right. So anyway, y'all, I got an update on the Louisville shooter. So let me tell you guys about that real quick. Again, if I show this video, just know that if you have kids or whatever the case is, and you don't want them to see this type of video, do not let them watch this. Or if you are sensitive, don't watch this video as well, okay? Anyway, this is from the AP, the Associated Press, okay? It says, police body camera video released Tuesday show the chaotic moments when police arrived at the scene of a mass shooting at a bank in downtown Louisville. As the shooter they couldn't see from the street rained bullets down on them. The videos taken from two wounded officers' lapels offer a rare perspective of police officers responding to a massacre that killed 5 and injured 8 others on Monday. One, a rookie officer, was shot in the head within minutes of arriving at the scene, as his partner was grazed by a bullet and sought cover while still trying to take down the shooter. That's sad. Louisville Metro Police Department Deputy Chief Paul Humphrey walked reporters through edited footage and still photos at a news conference Tuesday and praised the responding officers for their their brave act, okay? They received the call of a shooting at the Old National Bank at 8:38 a.m. and the 2 officers arrived 3 minutes later, according to a chronology provided by police. They hadn't even gotten out of the patrol car when the gunmen began firing on them. Back up, back up, back up, one officer shouted as gunshots thundered in the background. One still image from surveillance video showed the 25-year-old shooter who worked at the bank holding a rifle, wearing jeans, a blue button-down shirt, and sneakers, surrounded by broken glass inside the building. He had already shot numerous people inside, and police said he set up an ambush position to attack officers as they arrived. The front doors were glass, elevated from the sidewalk, and because of reflection, the officers could not see the shooter inside, but the shooter could see them. Officer Corey Galloway retrieved a rifle from the trunk of the patrol car. Cover for me, he said, and they reported to dispatch that there had been shots fired. Galloway was a training rookie officer. Galloway was training rookie officer Nicholas Witt, who had graduated from the police academy just 10 days earlier. The video showed them walking up the stairs toward the front door when the gunman fired a barrage of bullets. Witt was shot in the head, though that was not captured or video. Galloway was grazed in the shoulder, police said. His body camera showed that he fell and then took cover behind a concrete planter at the bottom of the staircase leading to the building. Sirens from the dozens of police cars coming toward them wailed in the background. The shooter has an angle on that officer, he said in the video recording. We need to get up there. I don't know where he's at. The glass is blocking him. A video taken by a bystander across the street, which police also released Tuesday, showed him darting back and forth from one side of the planter to another, trying to get a shot at the gunman. He waited as the officers arrived. More gunshots rang out and glass shattered. Galloway fired toward the gunman at 8:44 a.m., 3 minutes after arriving. I think I got him down. I think he's down, he shouted. Suspect down. Get the officer. He advanced into the building and shards of glass crunched under his feet. The video then showed Galloway approaching the suspect, who lay on the ground inside the lobby next to a long rifle. I think you can see the tension in that video, Humphrey said Tuesday. You can understand the stress that those officers are going through. They did absolutely exactly what they needed to do to save lives. Once officers arrived on scene, not another person was shot. Witts was transported in the back of a police car to a hospital. In the chaotic first minutes, police treated and triage the victims inside. Humphreys said the ambulance service was short-staffed, so a police lieutenant drove the ambulance while emergency crews treated people at the scene. Wow. Wilt was still in critical but stable condition Tuesday, according to University of Louisville Hospital Chief Medical Officer Dr. Jason Smith. 2 of the 4 wounded still in the hospital had injuries that were not life-threatening. Louisville Mayor Craig Greenberg said it was crucial to release the footage because transparency is important, even more so in time of crisis. Police Chief Jacqueline Gwen Villarose said at a news conference that bank employee Connor Sturgeon, 25, bought the AR-15 assault-style rifle used in the attack at a local dealership on April the 4th. Armed with the rifle, Sturgeon killed his co-workers, including a close friend of Kentucky's governor, while live streaming the attack. Wow. We do know this was targeted. He knew those individuals, of course, because he worked there, but didn't give an indication of a motive behind the shooting. All right. So we're going to go ahead and show this video real quick. Let me see where it's at and then go from there. Let me see what that video is, if they even have it here. Because knowing them, they probably took it down. Let's see. Replay. Let's see if this is it right here, because I don't know. Look like a Mazda commercial. Wait a minute, let me see, y'all. Because they be tripping out with these videos. They be saying they got a video, then they don't show the video. I still don't see the video, y'all. Let me see. I don't know if we're going to be able to watch this video because I don't see not one video. Let's see. I don't see the video. Maybe they removed it. Wait, I don't see the video. I see where it was supposed to be, but they clearly must have removed it. Okay, I don't see the video, y'all. So sorry about that. I can't show you the video, but let me read these comments to see if did anyone else see it. Because probably earlier they may have had it here and then removed it after all these hours. Let's see. Well, Brian said guns are not the problem. The problem is the person behind the trigger. Guns aren't good, nor are they evil. They are a tool that only does 3 things. They function, they fail, and they rust. Without a human being behind the trigger, all they do is rust. They do not act on their own. Stop pretending like guns are the problem. Notice how most of the people who commit these atrocities are I'm not going to read that part. Okay. Okay. They always got to get back to these damn politics. Anyway, let's just, okay, Brian, that's it with your comment. You was going good until you had to bring that into it. Okay. Teresa said we cannot control the mental health of people around us unless we want a big brother state. But we can control who has access to weapons. And I agree. Okay, let's see. Okay, here we go with another political thing. Let's not read that one. Let's see. Okay. Okay, here we go. Conspiracy. This was yet another false flag shooting by the CIA and the FBI. Look at the body cam from the cop. Why are all these body cam footages coming out within 24 hours of the shooting now? We waited for over a year for the body cam footage of the shooting of McDonald's in Chicago, just like Sandy Hook shooting. Okay. Okay, let's see. But you know, when people say conspiracy theories and stuff, I be wondering what would be the benefit of doing these type of things if they were using crises actors and stage and everything. What would be the benefit of this? For real. Okay, let's see what else they said. Rambling Red said, makes me wonder if the shooter got his evil ideas from video games or Hollywood action packed movies. Corrupt media and far left blank, blank, blank will blame the gun. All right. Jack says, the is no excusable way to frame this as anything other than good guys arrive too late again. Hate to have to agree. Okay, here we go again. Why come these people keep on putting politics into every damn comment? Goodness. Let's just tell it like it is. Well, let me just tell it like it is. Thing first. They need to have tougher gun laws. Okay? Point blank. When I say that, I mean people, they should have tougher requirements in order to get a gun. Point blank. Give these people some type of mental evaluations and every damn thing else. You should have to be a certain age to get a gun for real, not 21, not 18. Hell, you may need to wait till you're 26. Okay, let's keep it real. So you can be mature within. You know what I'm saying? And mentally. They need to do a mental evaluation, make the laws tougher for when you commit certain crimes and acts with guns. Point blank. They need to do all these things because I don't think they necessarily need to take guns away. You know what I'm saying? But I do think they need to outlaw certain guns and make it very difficult to obtain one. Okay. And I do think they need to change some of the requirements for gun ownership. Okay. Point blank. And that's what they need to do. Instead of blaming all these different things, all this placing all this blame everywhere. Okay. And this is not solving anything. Every time they have a mass shooting, people say the same exact thing. Everybody says the same exact thing, but nobody really does anything. And then another mass shooting happens. Until people start to really wake up and stop blaming everything and start really looking at the actual blame and doing something about it, there are going to be many more mass shootings. And that's on everything. They said they have had how many? 152, 192 since 1966? Come on now, that's a lot of mass shootings. Again, my condolences are expressed out to every to all of the victims' families and friends. And my prayers are extended out to all the cops who were injured. All right. And I hope all of them pull through. And I don't have the video. They must have clearly took it out. I was trying to show you guys. I do have another article on that. Maybe they have it there. I don't know. But they took the video down. But I'm sure if you guys go online, you can go look that up and find that video yourself and look at it. Because I definitely don't have it on mine anymore. All right. So here's another story, y'all, from Newsweek. A 12-year-old Florida girl stole her father's car and picked up her friend, and the pair drove across state lines, possibly to meet a person they had met online. But the girls turned themselves in after they saw their faces on TV. Okay, So a missing child alert was issued Thursday morning for the 12-year-old and the 14-year-old after the girls were last seen in their hometown, Lake Butler, Florida, believed to be traveling on Interstate 10 toward Louisiana. Okay, that's crazy, y'all. Um, let's see what else they're saying here. Again, they say they were traveling to meet someone online. They do not know how old that person was. The girls were found safe in Alabama, far from the hometown in Florida. They drove 400 miles. That's crazy. Let me see what else they said. So anyway, multiple agencies look for the girls, including the FBI and the Florida Department of Law Enforcement. They The police said that there were some suspicious circumstances that raised red flags about the online person the girls may have been trying to meet, and that matter was turned over to the FBI. First of all, they are pretty young to know how to drive. That's the first thing. And secondly, when would these kids learn to stop meeting these damn men online? I'm glad they had enough nerve and common sense to turn around when they saw themselves on the news. Um, this person right here said, I am sick of seeing these children do such dangerous things. The other week, a teen stole their parents' car, ran from the police, and caused a horrible accident, causing one woman to die. It's time to lock these children up. They know what they are doing. They know that what they are doing is wrong. Somebody said lock the parents. What? Who aren't teaching their kids from right and wrong, no matter whose car it is. If it's not yours, it's stealing. Right, I agree. Okay, she meant to say lock up the parents. She corrected herself. Okay. Tell the truth said how she knows how to drive a car at 12. Her parents need to sit down with the police and offer a good explanation. And I say the same thing. How the heck do you know how to drive that young? Okay. And even if you do know how to drive, you should be getting a car, stealing it to go meet some grown ass man or a little boy or whatever. Just don't be doing that. And I agree with really. This person said, and this is why juveniles need to have stricter laws and to have open access to their criminal activities. More jail time would help instead of being released and put in a group home. Yeah. And this lady said these children know exactly what they are doing. I bet they are sexually active. Yeah, because why would you want to get online and be talking to some dude and um and this dude probably talking sexual stuff to them, sending pictures, all types of stuff. Why would you want to? You know what I'm saying? If you didn't know about sex. This idiot right here says, props to the kids that drove that young. Great job. Glad they didn't hurt no one. That's probably the person they was talking to on the other line, on the online. That's probably him right here. You are a loser. Let's see. Okay, this lady said these people and their children in this day and time, but just keep doing what you're doing. Being friends and not raising them at all makes you think that children are raising the parents these days instead of the other way around. I agree. They need their little butts beat anyway, because why the heck? Not in the child abuse way, on their butt. That's why I said they need their little butts beating, whipped. Because why the heck would you be getting in a car at 12 and what was the other one 14 driving to meet some dude online that you met? That's crazy. I mean, drove 400 miles. That's a long way, y'all. 400 miles. That's a long way. Okay, that's tripped out though. But anyway, I'm glad they are safe and hopefully they don't pull no more stunts like this. And I hope their parents put their little bus on a big ass punishment, both of them. That's crazy, man. Okay, let's go to the next story, y'all. What y'all think about that two ass bad little ass girls? Let me see. It's tripped out fast little asses. Stole their dad's car, drove 400 miles to see a person they met online. They know they need their little butts whipped, and that's on everything. Let's see what they said about this shooter again here. So I already told y'all guys, I already told you about he legally bought his gun. So we're not going to go back over that story again because I already told you guys that again. I mean, I already told you guys that already. Okay, let's see, we go. So y'all remember when I was telling you guys about the 6-year-old who shot his teacher? All right now. And I kept saying, as well as other people said, that the parents need to be charged. Well, the mom is facing charges for the 6-year-old who shot the teacher. Okay. The mother of a 6-year-old boy who allegedly shot a teacher at his Newport News, Virginia elementary school is now facing charges. Prosecutors announced Monday. A grand jury returned 2 indictments charging Deja Taylor with felony child neglect and misdemeanor recklessly leaving a loaded firearm as to endanger a child, according to prosecutors. Taylor's 6-year-old son allegedly took a handgun from his home on January the 6th, put it in his backpack, and brought it to Rich Neck Elementary School, where he allegedly shot and wounded 25-year-old teacher Abigail Zerner in a first-grade classroom. Zerner suffered critical injuries but is expected to make a full recovery. Zerner has sued the school's former superintendent, principal, and assistant principal for $40 million, alleging negligence. Okay, and I already told you guys about the lawsuit. I'm not going to read that again. I hope she win that lawsuit, though. But as far as the mother getting charged, I think that's a good thing because parents got to be held responsible for their kids, especially a 6-year-old, okay? Because a 6-year-old is like a baby almost. Okay, how did this child know to get this gun and to take it to school and to do all this stuff? And why was the gun laying down loaded anyway, where the child could get it? So, I mean, like I said, I agree with this right here. All right, this little boy used a 9mm Taurus pistol. And the mom legally purchased it, the gun. Now, I will say the 6-year-old boy suffers from an acute disability and was under a care plan at the school that included his mother or father attending school with him and accompanying him to class every day. And why come she wasn't at school with him either, or the dad? That's another thing. If he has some type of stuff going on and he's supposed to have his mom or dad go with him to school, why wasn't the mom or dad there? So that's another reason why she got charged, because she was being neglectful. She wasn't there. Okay? She wasn't there. And then she had that gun in the area where the little boy could get it. Let me show y'all this video real quick. Let me see if they're going to show this video. Wait. After this commercial, I'm going to show y'all this video of her in court, I guess. Let's see. I'm going to show y'all this real quick. This damn video need to hurry up. I hate these little ads they put on here. See, here it is right here. Wait.
Winthrop wants to feel when he goes to school in Newport News.
Keep me safe and alive while I can do much more stuff to make the world a better place.
His mother went before the school board Tuesday night pleading with them to do something.
This is not just a Rich Neck problem. We entrust you with the people that mean the most in the world to us.
Before that meeting began, the board presented the results of a survey taken by 1,300 staff members. Trust, safety, and communication were all top concerns. 72% say they're pleased with school safety efforts, but only 37% said they were satisfied with communication of those safety measures.
Listen to what the people are saying. Listen to what the union is saying.
To start, by March 14th, each elementary school will have 2 security officers. They'll also have all 90 weapons detection systems in place that same day. Newport News Sheriff's deputies will be present at arrival and dismissal, and police officers will have access to cameras in buildings via key swipe, but only if there's a threat. Solutions teachers and parents have been asking for. At the end of the meeting, board member Marvin Harris thanked everyone for speaking up and assures them.
I thought they was going to show us the damn actual thing of the girl, the mom in court or whatever the case is, what they did. But anyway, I'm glad to hear that they are doing exactly what I had said they should do. Have security guards placed in the school, check for weapons and things like that. And I think they actually need to do this in all schools, elementary schools, high schools, junior high schools, private schools. They should have this in all schools because people are crazy these days, and some of these kids, I don't know what's wrong with some of these kids. They be doing the most. So I think they should be checked when they get ready to go in school, when they go to schools. And I think they should have these security officers at the doors and inside the buildings. I really do. And I'm glad they are implementing these things in the school system. So that's a good thing. I thought they was going to have a video of the court thing, but I guess they did. But anyway, I just told you an update on that. So y'all know now that the mom is being charged with, let me see, 2 indictments charging Deja Taylor with felony, child neglect, and misdemeanor, recklessly leaving a loaded firearm as to endanger a child, point blank. And then the child is getting the help that he needs as well. All right. Okay. And again, my prayers are extended out to everybody who was affected by this and to the injured teacher as well. And hopefully she will pull through and recover 100%. And my prayers are also extended out to the little boy and his parent. Okay, because it's probably tough dealing with a child with a disability. And I don't know if the dad is there. It's hard being a parent, especially a one-home parent. However, regardless, we still got to do our jobs as a parent and do what we need to do to make sure our children stay safe and make sure they behave and just show them how to deal with rejection or anger and so on. We just need to show them this and also be responsible enough to not leave guns around where our kids can get them. Just be more responsible and all and be more of a parent. All right, so let's go over a couple more stories and that's going to be it, y'all. Anything that I don't get a chance to go over tonight, I definitely will tell you guys tomorrow. All right, let's see. Let's take that one off so I won't repeat that one tomorrow. Okay, I'll give y'all 1 or 2 more. That will be it for tonight. Let's see. So I'll just tell you real quick, they do have a recall, y'all, on lettuce, okay, for possible listeria concerns, all right. It's a salad kit producer. One is called Fresh Express Chop Kit, and the other one is Revolution Great Lakes Gourmet lettuce. Let me show you what it looks like. Here's one of them right here. Okay. These have possible listeria concerns. All right. And then the other one, let's see the other one. And this is the other one right here. Okay. So those are recalled. Okay. It was posted on the FDA website. You can always check the FDA website to find out the recalls for that day or week or whenever you check it, but they have them up there. Okay. These recall products were distributed through retailers in Florida, Georgia, North Carolina, South Carolina, and Virginia. And they are no longer available for sale. But if you do have that in your refrigerator, clearly you need to take it back to the store to get your full refund. They have reported no illnesses in connections with the Fresh Express recall. All right. The affected items include Fresh Express Caesar Chop Kit, then a Fresh Express Chop Kit Chipotle Cheddar and Publix Makota or either Makoto Honey Ginger Salad Kit. All right. And if you go to the FDA website, you can find out the product codes for all of that stuff in the use by date information. All right. And you can see the products yourself. All right. And let's see. They said listeria can cause severe illness when the bacteria spread beyond the gut to other parts of the body. People who are at a high risk includes pregnant people, people who are 65 or older, or anyone who has a weakened immune system. All right. They say if you are pregnant, it can cause pregnancy loss, premature birth, or life-threatening infections in your newborn. They do say other people can be infected with listeria, but they rarely become seriously ill. Anyone who is infected with listeria may experience mild food poisoning symptoms such as diarrhea or fever. It may recover without, it may, what? They got many recover. They mean may recover without antibiotic treatment. All right. So again, those things are the Fresh Express Chop Kit, Chipotle Cheddar, and then the Revolution Farms Great Lakes Gourmet. All right. And again, you can go to the FDA site and it will have a complete list of all of the recall items. All right. With the lot numbers and the use by date number. So you can check that out at the FDA site. Type that into Google to get there. All right. Okay, let's see. Let's take that off of here, y'all. Then we're gonna get ready to get out of here. Let me read. This is ridiculous. I'm just gonna tell you the headline of this. I'm not gonna read the whole article. Okay. Anyway, a homeless woman, and this is ridiculous, was repeatedly ran over by an angry driver in California. This is damn tripped out. The lady was 53 years old. She was walking on the sidewalk near a Starbucks when the driver allegedly saw her and decided to kill her. Okay. The driver hit the lady with his BMW SUV and then ran over her 3 more times. The victim is now on life support at a hospital, and her family has been summoned from out of this state. You know, obviously they've been summoned from out of state. That's what I meant to say. That is crazy, man. And why did he do this? He got mad. That's what they said. He got mad. He got angry. Angry about what, though? Anyway, the driver, Garrett Young, has been charged with attempted murder for a heinous act. That is crazy. Why would he keep on? First of all, why did he run her over, period? And then to do it over and over again? What the hell is wrong with these people? Let's see what some of these people said. Okay, let's see. Okay, these people making jokes. I don't know why people make jokes about people getting hurt or killed or dying. This is stupid. But as soon as they go through some misfortunes, they want you to feel sad for their stupid asses. That's crazy. Okay, let's go ahead and see it. Okay, I agree with this lady. She said, stop making excuses for people like this. He needs the book thrown at him times two. Damn, you don't do that. Who gets mad? I don't care what this lady walking doing. You don't get mad and run her over. And then you're gonna keep on running her over. His ass gonna go to jail. I'm pretty sure of that. And his little BMW and his money he might have is not gonna save his stupid ass. That's crazy. Somebody said the funny thing is that nowadays, when someone does anything horrible, we use the excuse of mental health as a reason that absolves them of responsibilities and accountability. We used to simply call things as they actually were, right or wrong, and have sentences in our courts that held them accountable for their actions, regardless of politically correct excuses. Okay. Well, somebody said the homeless woman heckled and cursed this man who is developmentally delayed. His response is horrible, but it was his reaction to being humiliated by her at work at Safeway. The thing about it, I don't give a damn if she did cuss at him and whatever, talk to him and talked about him. You still don't get in your car and run somebody over and over and over again. All he had to do was cuss her butt back out. Okay, just cuss her back out. And if you need to, humiliate her if you need to. I don't think you should do that either. But just you just cuss her back out and be gone. You know what I'm saying? But they said that he's a little bit, I don't know which one is a little bit delayed mentally or whatever the case is. I don't know. The thing is that he shouldn't have still ran her over like that. I don't give a shit. That's crazy. You still don't do that. I do not care. This guy or lady said, I, as a human being with bipolar, number 2, anxiety disorder, and etc., I know right from wrong. I would never have thought the thought of running over another human being, running over someone, not one, not two, but 3 times. He doesn't need no mental evaluation because it is in part mental. It is the type of non-human that he is. Running someone over 3 times has no excuse or even have a right to speak. He is capable. It is not mental. Shame on you. And I agree. Okay, you don't keep on running over anyone continuously. First of all, you should never got in the car and ran over this person the first time. You could have just cussed her back out and been done with it. If they were arguing at work or wherever, you could have went to tell the boss too and got her ass fired. That's crazy. Well, anyway, my prayers are with this lady. Hopefully she pulls through and be okay. And for him, I hope he gets the correct justice because he should have never done that. And if he has something going on with him mentally, he needs to be in a mental institution locked up. And that's on everything. We don't handle things the way he did, whether you are a little off or whatever. He couldn't be too off because he had a job. He was working. He could drive. If he was damn crazy, they wouldn't even allow you to drive. So like I said before, he needs to, if he has to go to a mental institution, he needs to be locked up in one. We don't need this type of person out here getting mad because somebody cussed at you. Please, cuss at their ass back. Right, stop being soft on crime. Goodness. And be a little bit harder. Again, my prayers are extended out to Miss Joseph, age 53. Okay, I should have kept that other article there. Damn, that was a good article. Let me go back to that. Oh, man, it just stopped on that shit. Let me see. Oh, here it is. I may have to keep this and do a whole thing on this. If it's a good, interesting topic, let me just put it so I can look at it later on and I'll check it out. Okay, we got one more news thing, and that's going to be it. All right, guys, and we're going to get out of here. No more killing people and shit. Let me just read something that's happier. All right. Not this stuff. If I get an update on that man who just ran over that lady like that, I'll let you guys know about that later too, okay? Let me see about this one real quick. I want to read a happier story. Let me see. Then we're going to get ready to get out of here because I got to go too. Let's see. So I don't know if you can look at this a happy story or not, but anyway, a lady gave birth, y'all, on a sidewalk in broad daylight as people were looking, okay? So they had a footage surface online showing a woman appearing to give birth on a public sidewalk as people looked, watch. The woman and crying infant were filmed by a bystander in San Francisco last week. The video, which has circulated on social media, showed the woman laying on her side with her pants partially down. Her baby was shown laying on the path crying. A man knelt at the woman's side, was heard telling her, you're going to be okay, just relax, okay? And assure her an ambulance was on its way. Oh my God. So this is her with the baby. I'm going to show y'all this picture. Y'all, PV. Parental advisory, okay? So that's her. You can see the baby laying on the ground. That's the guy who was helping her, I guess. Oh, here's another better picture. Damn, she had the baby on the sidewalk, y'all. Gosh, look at this. That's the truth. Was she homeless or something? Wow, man. Okay, so the woman was then seen sitting up to scoop the baby into her arms. The city's fire department confirmed a woman had given birth to a child in public view on Thursday, local time. However, it could not be confirmed if it was the woman in the video. The mom and baby referenced by the fire department was taken to a hospital in stable conditions, according to the publication, which is good. A witness claimed the birth unfolded a witness claimed the birth unfolded just a 2-minute walk from the city's popular Union Square. Okay. According to a tweet of the video, the same witness claimed to see the woman taking illegal drugs prior to the birth. I just said she looked like she was homeless or something. While it is not known whether or not the new mom was affected by drugs at the time, the heartbreaking situation has sparked an outpour of distress and sympathy from social media users who were moved by the shocking video. Somebody said, "This makes me incredibly sad. We as species need to show more humanity and kindness towards each other. We can do better." I guess because everybody was just walking by. I don't know. Poor little baby. I hope both mom and child got the help they needed. Oh, wow. That's tripped out, y'all. I'm not going to show the video on here. If you guys want to see the video, just go look on YouTube, type in "giving birth to a child in public view," and I'm sure you can see this video because I'm just pulling it up right here and I definitely can see it. Let me see what it looks like and I may show y'all. Yeah, I'm not going to show it on my page, but I'm going to tell you straight up. Oh, God. Yeah, I'm not going to show it on my page, but you can just go into Google, I believe. Oh, you can type this into Google and you can see. Y'all. You can see the whole entire video, okay? This is almost gross to watch. I'm not gonna lie. So now I'm not gonna show this on my thing. You can go, like I said, go into YouTube, not Google. I can even talk right because I was watching this. Okay, type it into gosh, that was a damn trip. Woo! Type it into. Wait. Type it into YouTube, y'all. Okay. Type in giving birth to a child in public view. Woman giving birth on the sidewalk in New York City, or woman giving birth to a child in public view, or giving birth to a child in public view. And I'm sure you can see that video. It's a damn trip. Okay, but I am glad that the mom is doing good, y'all, and everything. And hopefully she wasn't taking no drugs. Looks like to me, it's a lot of people that does that. Yuck. Looks like to me that she little, maybe on, I don't know, maybe she's homeless. I don't know. I'm just gonna say she looks like she could be homeless, maybe on drugs. I don't know, allegedly. I don't know, but it's a trip. Hey, X-Men Gaming. Thanks for stopping by. I heard that. Thank you for stopping by, hun. Okay, so let Missy, go ahead and drop the links. I'm gonna put those up because I'm getting ready to get out of here, y'all. Thank y'all so much for tuning in. Like I said, I just about gave you all the news articles today. So tomorrow, don't got too many that I didn't do. Most of them I did do, guys. We had a good topic of discussion tonight. Some good comments and stuff. Everything went good, y'all. Everything went good. Let's do roll call, and then we will put the links up. Then we're gonna get ready to get out of here. All right, 2 hours. Okay. So thank you, Missy, for coming in, showing support like always. Thank you, Bill Adams, for coming in, showing support. Let's see. Thank you, Laura, for stopping by, showing support as well. Truth Master, thank you for stopping by, hon. Let's see who else. Ben Walker, thank you for stopping by, hon. Let's see who else. X-Men Gaming, thank you for stopping by, hon. And thank you to everybody in the bushes for stopping by as well. And everybody who watches this in the replay, thank you so much for checking me out tonight. Y'all know I'll be back tomorrow at 7:30 Pacific Standard Time. All right. Let's see. Let's put these links up so y'all can hit these people and check them out. Let's see. I think I did Lower Lois already one time before. Let me see if it's still up here. Let's see where it's at, where it is. Okay, so here's Lower Lois. Well, here's Bill Adams. Check him out. Check out his video, y'all. Y'all know what to do. Visit him. Who else? Let me get Lower Lois. Check out Lower Lois Gaming Channel. Bill Adams has a gaming channel as well as some other stuff is on his channel as well. Lower has a gaming channel. Check him out. Y'all know what to do. Truth Master. I'm sure he's a gamer, so check him out. Y'all know what to do. And of course, y'all know Shades Tube. If you're not subscribed to my channel, please subscribe. Hit that thumbs up and hit that bell notification so you can be notified of any upcoming videos, okay? In X-Men Gaming. Here's his channel. You guys can check him out. He's a gamer as well, guys. All right. So check out all these people channels because it's fun. They do some fun things on there, with these games and stuff. They're very interesting, especially the movie ones and stuff. Like Resident Evil and all those things. Fun to watch, y'all. Fun to watch. Wheel of Fortune is fun to watch too. So check that out. I think Lord is going to do Wheel of Fortune or either Family Feud tonight. So check him out. It's fun to play that, y'all. Okay. Other than that, guys, we are getting ready to get out of here. I always forget to show this. It's too late, but anyway, y'all know. Anyway, y'all, thank you so much for tuning in tonight, y'all. Again, thumbs up this video. If you're not subscribed, please subscribe below. Again, hit that bell notification to be notified of any upcoming videos. Go check out my shopping haul. Check out the video we did yesterday. And be here tomorrow night, 7:30. We're going to have a good conversation. I want to do a fun one, like something risky. But I don't know. YouTube be tripping out, y'all. But I'll see about that, okay? And go from there. So tomorrow night, 7:30. Pacific Standard Time, which is 10:30 Eastern Standard Time. All right. And I'll see you guys then. Have a good night. Have a happy and blessed Wednesday. And have a peaceful evening. Get you some sleep so you guys can age gracefully. I can't even talk tonight. So you guys can age gracefully, and learn how to use diction properly by getting enough sleep. All right. With that being said, y'all, have a good night, and I'll see you guys then. All right. Good night, everybody. Thank you for tuning in. All right. It's fine. It's okay. Let me put this thing up there. Glad I could make it before you got off. Gonna have to catch you tomorrow night early. Yeah, it's fine. It's fine. As long as you come in, it's fine. Okay. It's very fine. And y'all don't forget, if y'all want to show support, I always forget because I'm not used to saying this. Because like on my shopping hall side, we don't really do all, ask for cash apps or anything. So I'm not used to saying that. But anyway, you see it going across the screen and stuff. And tonight, y'all, I've been messing up talking, but hey, that's how I be sometime. Okay. But anyway, if you want to show financial support, you can do that by hitting Cash App at $ShadesTube. All right. And thank you so much. Have a good night. And yeah, that's good. And thank you for showing that love, honey. All right. So guys, much love to everybody. Have a good night and blessings and peace unto you all. Good night, y'all. Take care. Good night, y'all.